All right, so here's a question real quick. Naya, would you want to, as you spend the 6 days getting to Rishi, would you want to craft the cybernetic implant?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and real quickly build me your xenology pool.
Nice.
Go ahead and put in, it is 4 purple. All right, I'm gonna follow the rules. I'll do the same thing with Bivu. So first time you're ever doing this cybernetics to your body, not the first time. Put in a black though because we don't have an actual facility on the ship.
Could she use this Beavis workshop, or would that not be sufficient for her needs?
You would probably need a medical lab for this. Cybernetics you go someone's body.
One black, right?
One black, yeah. We can use part of the lab. Let's see.
It's a very makeshift lab.
Should you roll for Destiny points, by the way?
Yeah, everyone go ahead and roll Destiny real quick. I don't allow crafting to use the points though, so crafting will not be using Destiny points because people save just to do stuff like that. Same thing with buying.
Yeah, fair enough.
Woohoo!
Seems the force is with us today.
Not bad. All right, and now go ahead and put the pool again. Do 1 black and then go ahead and roll it.
Wait a minute, who's Lars?
And I also remove 1 black because of cyberneticist.
Okay.
I forgot to select all hawk, and then I just rolled.
It's all good. Go ahead and roll.
Mr. Fucking.
Wouldn't that still count?
Oh, what's that?
All right,
Oh
it is
my
crafted.
God.
I will let you look at the page for the cybernetics, and then but you got it essentially. We can do all the details of it later, but you got it made. So you do implant it in your body as you were essentially doing the 6 days time traveling to Rishi. Now, as Anaya was doing that, is there anything here anyone wishes to do during that 6 days as we get to Rishi?
Before we jumped into hyperspace, June would have sent a message to Tython, explaining that you were at an auction, and apparently they were selling a fourth, active Sith holocron, and I could sense the presence of a dark side force user, but I was unable to get the artifact or locate the force user. But I just wanted to, warn them so they were aware of the situation.
Okay, you can definitely send that message out, and they will acknowledge that you have said that. They'll acknowledge that message.
Okay, and
all right.
Anything you guys would like me to craft, or I can start crafting my own stuff?
Well, you probably want to fix the thing that you broke a while ago.
I think that.
Remember a while ago he ended up breaking that
Ionization blaster? Yeah. Ion blaster. I broke it.
Well, you fix it?
Can I fix it?
Go ahead and build me a mechanics pool.
Yay! I mean, it wouldn't take me 6 days, right?
No.
Yeah.
Just see if you can actually do this. Put in 3 purple. Makes it a hard check. Because it is damage, I'm going to throw in a black. If you already know what you can do with that, go ahead and roll, Beaver.
Wait, don't we have the...
He needs an advanced lab to get up blue. As it is, though, it is repaired.
Alright.
And now we have an astromech droid and 2 of those scouting droids
Explosion
at this
droid.
point.
Yep, we've got an astrogation droid and 2 suicide bombs, so fantastic.
That's you. So, the aspect droid, running these just to make it easy, all the time going to going to Rishi is you updating and getting the T7 droid up and running. So, he will be completely operational as you arrive on Rishi. Alright, between Arbok, Jin, and Alhawk, do you 3 wish to do anything as we arrive at Rishi?
I mean, I tried to contact my master's daughter.
Also, quick point. Can I try to, also, in the meantime, heal up myself? Because I have, 8 wounds for some reason. Don't really remember why. Probably from the explosion. And Arvak.
Each day you get 1 wound, so go ahead and heal 6 wounds.
Oh, Alvar took, a critical hit, right?
No, I didn't. It
No,
was Arvak.
Arbok did. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. I said Arvak. What did I say?
You said
Yeah.
Allhawk.
No, he said Arvak.
Whatever.
It's your
Because
fault for having
you
so
do
damn
know
close names.
what you did with the names. You two know what you did.
We
with the
it
names.
was.
I didn't do anything with the
Yeah,
name.
we
I
named
really
the characters
made it.
independently.
Yeah.
I was here first. Like, Alhawk ended up just coming in, like I said, sometime later.
You people with the long names and the mispronunciation of them, you should go with the short one. It works for me.
I'm blaming all of you. All right, Alhawk, you can definitely send out a message. You tried to send a message to, I believe her name is Licia.
Hmm.
Right.
How might you spell it?
What is the message you're trying to say? What does it encompass there, Alhawk?
I would try to ask her if she's safe, if she needs me, and I would ask for her location so I can immediately find her when I land on the planet, and that I will be on the way,
All right.
as my directors told me.
All right. So as you wait, you tried in the past to go ahead and send a message to her, but because of the blockade on the planet, no signals were going through. So everything was kind of being stopped as the quarantine was happening. Once the quarantine was lifted in mid-hyperspace, were you able to actually send a message to the planet, and you get a response. You ask her how she's doing, and it's not a real-time message, but you have to wait maybe a couple hours before you get a reply on board the ship, Alhawk. And in the holographic display, kind of maybe in a room or wherever you accept the message at, it does pop up. It does show Licia, the Rishi. She looks kind of ragged. Missing probably a bit of feathers from her face, and you can kind of just tell from the last time you've seen her, she's been probably under a lot of stress. Does she call you by Alhawk or does she call you by 8211?
Allhawk. That's that name was given to me by my master, and probably she picked it up as well.
Got it. Okay, so she will now respond. The message pops up. Alhawk, it's definitely good to hear you. I'm doing fine as best I can here on the planet. With the lifting of the quarantine, there is an influx of medical teams, engineers to help out the planet. A lot of us have been becoming sick. There is some information I wish to speak to you, Alhawk, about events occurring on Rishi. If you get this message, please make haste here. I do believe that some other events are occurring on top of what's going on here with this disease. But I am happy to hear from you, Alhawk.
I also give a quick reply that I will be on the way.
That medical team stuff does not sound good.
That
Sounds familiar.
No, now you guys, you're just getting paranoid.
Because there was a medical team on the planet who was slowly being
on the
globally
other
poisoned.
side of the galaxy in
You don't
Sith
know
space.
You don't know if they came over here.
I mean, if they're here, they're dead. So
Dead?
yeah, because they will be.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know the people who are part of that got blasted out of fucking orbit.
I know, but if they're also doing like the distribution thing, they get a knife to the ribs.
Ugh.
Well, anyways,
I only have to hope that it's local medical teams and not,
It probably
help
will
from-
be just help from the Republic or other planets.
hopefully.
Probably Camino, because they're very close by.
Hopefully.
Okay.
wait, what's Nestlier? What the? Wait, huh?
That's probably the place where we are going.
So Nestlir is correct. That is where Licia is actually living in. And they call it Nest because avian species, and Now, information-wise, as we're arriving, so after the 6 days, the ship, you get a klaxon warning in the cockpit. Whoever's piloting the
Are
ship.
we done with the journey? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Anything else to do?
I was just waiting for Alok to finish and want to interrupt him. Yeah, the primary thing Jin would be doing would obviously be testing her new weapon that's being made for her. So doing some sparring, that kind of stuff in the open area. As well, since Beaver did have a lot of questions that the Jedi were unwilling to answer because they were doing their job. At some point, she would approach him in the 16 hours when he wasn't working during the day to see if he had any more questions or anything she could answer about the Jedi. He seemed quite curious, and they were unwilling to satisfy his curiosity.
Bivu, what were the questions you had?
What? I mean, those okay, out of character, those were pretty troll questions.
Oh yeah,
Because-
of course.
Oh, I'm gonna be back. I need to check if my dog, dude.
So the question is, I suppose, will Evu or Jin run out of patience first? Stupid questions first and answering them.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of questions like, will I ever get to use force powers? Or can my lightning charge up my battery? Stuff like that.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, if there's nothing you want to focus on, then that happens. And other than that, Jin doesn't really do anything more other than is check up on the ship, check we're on course every now and then.
Do you want your lightsaber to spin like a helicopter?
I resist the urge to slap you for making such a stupid stuff. Goddamn
Yes.
rebel, your fucking stupid lightsabers.
All right. So after the questioning that Bivu does, is there anything else anyone wishes to do here while we're in a bit of downtime transition?
Oh shit, forgot. Can I try to use some of my newly invented drugs? Sorry, I meant mental and physical enhancement stimulus. To improve my intellect by 1 point for the encounter, and add one green, I think, to the previous roll. Just to counteract one threat.
Are you going through drugs that are inside the actual system, or are you trying to make your own?
No, I mean it's STEM application talent.
What are you trying to do with the STEM application talent? You're trying to give yourself an intellect boost?
I give myself a little boost, 1 intellect. It's
Yeah, it boosts attributes.
Yeah.
For how long?
For the encounter.
All right, there's no encounter right now, and pretty much during the downtime, you can do it when we get into an encounter S scenario. Right now, it'd just be kind of a waste because you're going to be doing it on the ship. We can do this, but do it when it's a relevant time frame to do it.
Could it be used, by the way, for crafting, to help craft something? Beforehand, not after.
Wouldn't see a problem with that. We'll look at it more. In fact, I'm gonna look this up.
Sure.
It's a natural ability if you think so. I don't want to say no to that. So let's see. Next round. Can right, but you can definitely do the stimulus when it is pretty much needed, or when it makes sense to the story when it actually do it. Right now, you're just kind of traveling through hyperspace, so it wouldn't really do any benefit to you right now, unless you just want to get yourself a bit addicted or just be high on the ship, pretty much.
It's not exactly drugs.
No, not
per
high,
se.
but there's no benefit right now to do it in
Yeah, yeah.
hyperspace.
I'm here. All right.
All right. Anything else anyone wishes to possibly do, bring in, talk about, experience?
No.
Don't believe so.
Okay.
Okay.
So after the 6 days of travel, the constant thrum of the hyperdrive engine on board the ship, the bluish tunnel that circulates as you're going through hyperspace, a klaxon starts blaring in the cockpit of your ship, informing you that you are about to arrive at your destination within the next hour. Y'all prepare yourselves, most likely, for the upcoming exit of hyperspace. And when the hour comes up, the engines do one final, or the hyperdrive does one final whine as it kicks off, and the ship does a bit of a shake. All the panels around you do a bit of minor reverberation as the stars now come into view with the giant light streaks as they now pop into the stars around. And you see the scene before you of the planet of Rishi, a giant bluish-green ball. With that, there are many ships in orbit around the planet. And a quick sensor scan shows that there's no Sith ships or Imperial Fleet ships, but there's a lot of civilian-esque ships, as well as ones ready to go into the planet, some that are leaving. On top of that, there are some ships that you can realize that are civilian cargo vessels, as well as a mix of some patrol boats and medical vessels are also in orbit. It is very, very common knowledge right now that the planet of Rishi is undergoing a rather extreme event, which is the cause for the quarantine. But before you have a couple options. We do know that between Alhak, Lycia is at Nest Lear. Now, when it comes to Rishi itself, it is a planet that is mostly made up of jungles, jungles, swamps, and mountainous terrain. Those are the defining features of the planet itself. Now, the native species, the Rishi, that Alhak is actually trying to find the ones that have been saved of, are actually the minor as a population. Because the planet was founded by essentially smugglers, not that long ago, there has been an influx of humans to the planet. So, the question to you is, where would you like to go? Quick scans show that Nest Lear is relatively close to one of the not premier, but one of the largest spaceports that have been built on the surface of Rishi. But because this is a relatively newly established human colony, there's not many chances for heavy civilization.
Alright.
As you approach the system, would you be given direction to a specific spaceport we were to land at, or is that more or less up to us?
So let's see. So we have Nest Lear, and we have spaceport. Lent. As well as some other ports that are kind of around the area. There's probably about maybe 2 actual main ports right now, but again, they're nothing like other an established colony. But you have the choices here, as you are right now in orbit. So I'm not having to go down to the planet right now, but your obvious choices are go directly to Nest Lear, go to the spaceport Lent, where again it'll be an actual spaceport, or just go in the wilderness. It's up to you how you want to go forward. But I will say you will get a message over the comm. It starts beeping at you that incoming communications. Do you wish to accept?
Yep,
No.
Yeah.
No.
Does it say
Why?
who's calling?
It does not say who's calling. Just that you receive an incoming communications request.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Shout to Arvak that we're getting a communique, and also the Arvak can see from here, and then I'm guessing at least in Jin's the pilot, though she would be there to hear it, unless anyone's already in the seats next to her.
I'm hitting the accept button.
Okay. The comms kind of sprinkled a lift a little bit. Real quick, what is the name of your ship?
Yeah, give it a name.
I thought we did give it a name.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Dude, do you have no down what the name of the ship is?
Huh?
Do you have a note of what the name of the ship is?
I think
Yeah, I think we like voted on it.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me look through my notes.
Apparently I didn't write it down, which is kind of annoying.
Do we have a sheet for the ship? It must stay there.
There is,
stay
but
there.
I don't have the name on it for some odd reason. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. Okay, we did get a name, so I'm not gonna lose it. Hold on. Oh, come on. Where are you?
Well, until we figured out what it was. Let's see. Carillion Freighter, this is Spaceport Lent. We register you on approach. What is your business here on Lent currently? Or on Rishi currently?
Wait, who was the guy that asked us to come here?
His name. Well, his name I don't know, but I had another reason why we are here. Because, my master lives here, Arvak.
Yes, but perhaps you should go with that rather than be
Yeah.
for the Jedi Council to look into the disease.
Wait,
So-
the dead?
Mm-hmm.
I meant the guys who asked us to come here. Like you know,
And
the two.
he asked, like, basically, like, he was sent to the Jedi Council to ask for help. You were sent by the Jedi Council. That's our, like, actual mission. The thing Outlook is saying is that perhaps he should go with, he's visiting his master, since that's, slightly less likely to draw attention than we were sent by the Jedi Council.
Yeah,
Well, I'm not. Okay, fine.
I would reply, I'm Unit 8211, also known as callsign Allhawk. I'm returning to the planet to visit my master, Licia, and help her out with the situation.
Acknowledge Carillion Freighter. Please make your approach to either the spaceport or towards the location of your master. Do note that there is currently a no-fly zone around the Marrakech Tunnel.
Can I inquire as to why?
The Marrakech Tunnel is a valley on Rishi that is fairly large, and its distinguishing feature is that there are many turbines, essentially giant wind turbines that power all of the structures on this hemisphere of the planet. That's where the power comes from. They don't use actual maybe nuclear or whatever type of generators they have. It's all wind power based. And the valley is known to always have a severe constant gust of just ever flowing wind that powers these giant turbines. And what you know, Alhawk, is that typically they don't want people flying through the air because if that gets damaged, well, things get kind of bad.
Acknowledge. We will be attempting a landing at the airport. Spaceport.
Are we supposed to meet that guy somewhere?
We're not meeting him, like, anywhere, really. Basically, like, he was sent to ask Jedi for help. He has gotten help. Like, basically, we're done with him, more or less. Unless you want to, like, seek him out.
Oh,
You have his name, so you
Okay.
could seek him out.
It's not like he directly hired us. He asked for help. The Jedi sent us. Like, essentially, the Jedi are our employers in this, not him.
all right.
And Allhawk's priority is just getting to Alicia to see if he can help out.
So, I don't know this area, Alhawk. Which of the two spaceports were you closer to your master's home?
Spaceport Lent should be closer.
Well, I'll bring us in for a landing there then. Now
Right.
called
So-
up to ask for landing permission.
That is definitely given to you. And as you make your approach, you're having to, again, you're seeing the climate and the geographical features of the planet as you approach. And the spaceport is actually situated at the base of a very, very large mountain range. And a little bit off to the distance, you can see where this actual no-fly zone is at. It's in one of the videos. I'll look it up later on. Right now, just go with the Curling Freighter.
Gotcha.
As you do the approach, you're giving clearance to the spaceport of Lent, and don't need any rolls here because this thing is going to be very easy to land in. And so you bring the ship to touch down, and you can see that right now the spaceport is actually relatively busy. You can see there's been recent, and there's always been recent additions, and there's scaffolding, there's places where they're still building upon the spaceport, but it's, for all intents and purposes, a small spaceport than all of you are used to, but it is busy with activity as the ship touches down. Again, they do immediately notify you that they're going to have inspection teams to scan the ship for any contaminants. They're not really worried about weaponry, although it's something they're going to be definitely looking at, but they're worried about anything that you might be bringing. Because of the fact there is just lifted quarantine and there's a disease going around the planet right now, they want to make sure that anything that might be hazardous is going to be scrubbed out.
I'll send in a peep of acknowledgement, and then I'll go to put on my what's called the hazmat suit.
I don't believe we do have anything like that.
We bought that, remember?
Wow, Hawk?
Last session.
Stranded. Oh, that's a pretty. I wouldn't say bad name. It just gives a bad vibe.
I don't. That doesn't ring a bell. You could.
No.
I know Stranded was one of the options, but I think it's actually the one that was voted upon.
Yeah, yeah, it was one of the votes. Well,
I don't know,
anyways,
but I'll look it up later. Like I say, I've been extremely busy. If none of you actually knew, because I've been catching all my games. But I'll look it up after when I have time, because I should be wrapping up all my busy stuff this week, hopefully. But I hurt my back, so it's kind of a downer.
Oh, okay.
right.
Good, Wilson.
Guys, what about the vaccine? I'm gonna pull the experimental vaccine
That's
X13 out of.
That's literally not that's entirely the different ball game. That is not what we're dealing with.
Yes, but they're looking for
We're not
you know
gonna
how
give
air-
them a fake.
you know how airports won't let you bring shampoo.
I see. So some good old con artistry, right?
Did we even bring the vaccine? I thought we left it with like a medical facility as a job.
We should have. The dang Jedi thing should probably have taken that anyways because
No, we left the virus container.
And vaccine. Like,
We
why
did
wouldn't?
not have any vaccine. What are you talking about?
No, not. But it wasn't a vaccine per se. But it was
literally
something that
experimental.
counteracted it.
It was just like a virus, and that's
We're
it.
literally not going
Got
to
some
carry
gas.
around the so-called vaccine to the planetary virus. You know how much shit we would have been get into if we did?
I mean, Bibu
Yeah.
had that thing stashed in his backpack, so.
But not.
Wait, I do remember that we said we did give them everything we had on that.
Hmm.
So that would have been the vaccine also then.
Okay.
All right
Guy-
then.
How about you guys get dressed up in your hazmat suits?
Yes, so we should definitely do that before we potentially open it up outside of area.
Mhm. I already have mine on.
All right. So as you go to the landing ramp of the ship, and you hit the stud that activates the ramp as it lowers down to the ground with a deafening clang, you can see that the inspection team there is made up of humans. They all aren't really wearing hazmat suits, but they're all wearing respirators. And in fact, you see almost everyone on the surrounding area that you can see all wearing some form of protection, either respirators, either masks, or even some that put their face, the hands over their face. But for the most of it, the majority is going to be actual respirators. Now, as the ramp lowers, the leader of the inspection team, made up of humans, they have scanners in their hands, and they motion for you to halt for one moment as they start actually registering all the identifying triggers around and inside your ship. They scan you if you don't oppose them. Then they go into the ship, and after a few minutes, the one that was doing the most scanning comes up to the group of you. All right, it looks like everything here is fine. We won't detect any type of radiation or biohazardous signatures. you're free to go about the planet. Just understand right now that a lot of places are going to still be off limits to those not native of the Rishi, as well as general locations deemed too sensitive for any type of contamination. Which I can say enjoy your stay, but it is what it is. And with them, the team walks away, leaving you here. Now, you are briefed quickly upon entry in orbit again of, again, the rules, and it's going to be the same thing as typical. Typically, you're not allowed to carry anything that is more than one hand, blade or weapon.
Alright,
I'm sticking to, one-handed blade and pistol.
I guess, again, leaving my heavy blaster back.
Probably will not need that on this planet.
Uh-huh. You never know.
Well, we should be moving immediately to.
Perhaps in the
Nice.
future. Perhaps in the future we can look into a way of disguising a weapon as a smaller version. Perhaps make it modular so you can assemble it when you're outside of scanning range.
Uh-huh.
That is definitely a mod you can get. I do believe. As is, though, you have access to the spaceport. You can go towards Nest Lear. What would you like to do as you see this place now in activity? Now, one thing you are seeing is that coming in and out are scientific professionals that of either the medical or the scientific means. There are a lot of people, even here you're seeing this is remnants of what you experience on Bimial, although more orderly and less threatening, I would say. There are people that are constantly getting scans or getting tests of the disease that's going about, and it's just a busy activity as people are going back and forth, and it's kind of like a hectic rush of these medical teams doing constant investigation, scanning, trying to get down to the bottom of this. And you can see just by some of the uniforms, some of the garb that people are wearing, that there are probably multiple types of organizations here trying to help out Rishi and the native species. And you're getting mixed kind of responses, or just over here as you're walking where you're going to be going, people that are worried, people that are scared. Some are saying that they don't really feel wrong, but they're still getting scanned. So it's kind of arguments going back and forth. But
Some people are saying it's a hoax.
no one's really saying it's hope because they can see this. But the one thing that is definitely noticeable that's talked about is that a majority, 95% of the disease that is happening is specifically to the Rishi species themselves. Only a few handfuls of humans and none Rishi have gotten sick. The ones that have gotten sick were able to get over the disease relatively quick. The Rishi are the ones that are taking the brunt of this.
So if this is connected to Bimil, it seems they've managed to narrow it down, make it more suitable as a weapon, which is
Okay,
quite
but first off, does any of the scientists have familiar outfits from the ones that was from Bimial?
Well, go ahead and give me a perception pool there. Actually, everyone can.
Alright.
Beep beep boop boop.
We'll make this a medium check, 2 purple. Because the amount of crowds of people and just the diversity of the things you're coming across, put in 1 black. And if you have nothing else to add, go ahead and roll.
I would think I would have some, since the dang happenings kind of stuck with me from, them kind of being blasted out of orbit. I think I would pretty much, remember that
Yeah,
part.
Arvok
That's
was
kind
the
of
one
part
who
of the
stayed
course. I'm not going
behind.
to say no to that one.
Oh.
Huh? Oh.
Okay then.
Let's see.
All right, looking around, Bivu, Arvok and Jin, you don't really see anyone that's going to remind you of. Well, you're actually reminded, but you're not going to find anyone that's specifically going to alert you that these might be against or they might be similar to the ones you encountered on Bimil. Bivu, you're more in depth. You kind of been really glancing around, and you yourself don't detect anything that seems off. Everyone here seems to be generally wanting to get down to what is going on.
Well, I guess everyone is concerned, so yeah, nothing suspicious.
Mm. Yeah, I guess shouldn't we? Where should we been? Shouldn't we been heading somewhere or something?
Nestlear.
Nestlear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How far is Nestlear from the spaceport?
Nestlear is around 4 kilometers. So I'd say, I think it's about, 2-3 miles?
Yeah, that'd take like half an hour to get there, that's it.
Well, that is if you had a straight walk. It is all jungle outside this place, so if you're
Yeah,
walking,
I
it's
don't-
gonna be a while. Or you could take a rent a vehicle. Taking a speeder is very ill-advised with the jungle terrain.
Yes.
We probably need a walk or something like that. And it's more. We can't forget that the houses of the Rishi are the treetops.
Yeah, so walking is gonna be very ill-advised.
Yeah, I guess we need to take the speeders.
Speeders also
Bivu's gonna-
you need actual cloud cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much is renting one?
Also, one way we could do is go to the edge of the forest, climb up, and find the pathways through the woods or through the thickage in the treetops. But that's for natives and not for people without wings, so we can
You can
scratch
still
that.
walk there. You can just take the speeders, but it's just gonna be a harder trek. It's gonna take longer. Although if you did want to rent a air car, it would be about maybe a down payment of 200 credits and a total of 100 credits if it is returned undamaged.
Ugh. Well, I was really looking forward to that dang license.
I will be paying 200 for that.
So
Okay.
basically, you get 100 credits back if it's returned undamaged.
Yeah.
All right, then.
You're covering for it, Alok, or do you want us to chip in as well?
No, I will cover this.
Big boss.
Right. So you go to one of the local places here that have access to hover cars, and you're given essentially a standard affair of a hover vehicle or air car that could go around the Earth planet. Not too much range, but it'll get you where you need to go. And you definitely know Alhawk that this will get you to land easy enough, or get you to Lear easy enough, then get you back.
Positive. Thank you for this exchange. And I pay him the credits and tell everyone to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take up
Alright.
position in the front.
All right, well,
Yeah,
I'll get
shotgun.
him.
All right,
Oh, not
y'all
shotgun.
get into the cloud, not cloud car, but y'all get into the air car, and you speed off over the spaceport off into essentially the wilderness. And it is here where you're seeing an abundance of wildlife, but most of it is actually avian in nature. You're seeing a large collection of colorful animals, birds. You see the treetops are every now and then getting disturbed by the wildlife, monkey-like beings, ape-like beings that are within the treetops. And this is a planet that has just recently been kind of touched by civilization. The Rishi species themselves are, although intelligent, they're very, very, I would say, technologically dumb. They don't really care about technology for that matter. They don't have their own spaceport. They don't have space travel themselves. They never really left the planet. So until humans came aboard and kind of helped them to get off the planet. But as it is, you, Alhawk, you recognize the collection of these giant trees that hold Nestlier. And as you come and approach, you see that there are platforms, but they're not platforms that are really originally meant for air vehicles. They're actually meant for the giant avian species that the Rishi sometimes have used, or even humans have used that gotten here, that allow transport. The Rishi species use large animals for transport around the planet, but it will accommodate your craft.
Yeah, we would just go for a landing, and then I would immediately look for Lisha.
The vehicle lands on the platform. You open the hatch, y'all exit the vehicle, and there is a couple of individuals that are watching you, but they're watching with a very, very obvious eye of caution. And what you can see is that a lot of them are being ushered away by other Rishi. And seeing you, you can already tell there's a bit of a hostile attitude. Seeing, well, none Rishi here.
Wait, there's no Rishi here?
No, we
can tell
are.
No, they're all exclusive. It's an exclusive community, and they don't like us outside.
Oh, great, they're racists.
No, they just.
Don't like your kind around here, boy.
I would just change my language to Rishi. I would just greet them in the traditional greeting, and to assure them that we're here just to visit and help out.
You're getting a reply, and it's being said at a distance. No one's actually coming to greet you, Alhawk, but the
Yeah,
reply
that's
you're
fine.
getting is that the Rishi are blaming the Off-Worlders. Kind of, again, familiar territory that happened. This kind of events never really happened until the war occurred.
I mean, this also affects most of the Rishi, and only the humans are profiting from this right now. So
yeah, a lot of the Rishi are being not openly, but they're not liking the humans aboard right now. And the only reason why you're not really being opposed by the Rishi here is because you yourself are here. And as you are maybe at the platform, you see another familiar Rishi that starts coming towards you, and it is Licia. And she sees you, Alhawk, and you can see immediately that her mood brightens on her little avian-featured face. And she comes in to do a Rishi greeting. I'm not sure what that's going to encompass, but she does a greeting and is definitely happy to see you.
how does she look? Still hot. You could wink.
She looks ragged, like she has not been sleeping for a long, long time. Again, her feather nest is kind of ruffled. Nothing is nice and pristine like she's been groomed, I guess, to be able to take care of themselves. She is under a lot of stress. Alhawk, it's good to see you. Thank you
Likewise.
for coming in such haste after I heard your message. Who are these? As she now kind of looks at all of you in turn.
These are, I would say, companions. I met them on Bimo on my search for other Rishi. This one I point to Jin is a Jedi. This one is a Yava who always tries to scavenge parts from me. The other is Anaya, a biotechnician? It's hard to tell for me. My data banks don't have the data.
And I just shrugs. I'm just here for money.
Arvak is... You're a mercenary, correct? If I remember.
Uh-huh.
And strong one at that. These are all friendly and are here to help out.
Oh, I must warn you, if you've not already noticed, a lot of the Rishi here, some of us have, I'm not myself, but some have taken to blaming the human species that arrived here. But I can see now some of us, we've been hoping, as she now walks towards you, Jin. I know some of us were hoping to get in contact with the Jedi Council and see if they can do anything. And I'm so happy that a Jedi's here. And she goes to essentially clasp your hand, Jin.
What's called meet her around.
Please help us. None of the experts here. I know a lot of the humans have been trying to help out. They say they're doing studies, but our species are getting worse. At the same time, it seems like it's only targeting us. We don't know. Our experts. Some of the experts have died already. The rest of them are just afraid. There even talk about now of the Rishi leaving the planet, going somewhere else. There's starting to be talk of this planet being cursed to the Rishi. Our home planet is being turned off to us now.
Yeah, yes. The Jedi are aware of your plight, and we will do everything we can to help you and your people. And if the Force is willing, we will succeed where the others have failed.
Lucia, you mentioned these scientists, these human ones. Can you lead us to them?
So, some have come by here. There's none here right now. You're the only current non-Rishi that are here. They're at the spaceport Let, and they said they come by whenever they have any news. They've come every couple of days, but it's just jargon I don't understand. It doesn't seem like anything is getting better, but it's obvious that this disease is targeting Rishi specifically. Some of us have been getting more sick, but really only the elderly are the ones that are being succumbed to this, either because of their age, but even my friend, her father, he got a surge of vitality, and then just burnt out. I've never seen anything like this before. None of the experts here have seen anything like this before.
It's a good thing that my old master is already gone.
I wouldn't want anything was going now to happen. I'm also glad. I'm still young. I don't have much fear for myself, but just the species, what's happening now, this is really, really demoralizing. And plus, after the attacks that happened here recently, it's just everything is getting more and more haggard.
Attacks? Which ones? Dare to attack?
Yes, there was some attacks at the Marrakech tunnel. There were ships. Some say it was remnants of the Sith fleet, but some of the generators were destroyed. And ever since then, the humans actually went and activated defensive systems to stop it. You yourself know, if these generators all get destroyed, this is going to cause havoc for everyone on Rishi, and that's why now no one can approach there. But here, let's go. You mean kind of like a small walk and talk, but now she has more urgency in her words, and she motions for all of you to follow her to essentially a home. And you can see now that her energy has really picked up as she is now motioning for all of you to follow her.
Alright, then I guess we follow.
I will stick to her like a second shadow.
Got it. As you're going, you're seeing the same thing. A lot of people are avoiding you specifically. You're getting glances, you're getting looks, but everyone's keeping a wide berth. And even in some of the homes, they're kind of open to the air for the most part. They're nothing that's literally sealed, but you can see that there are the telltale cough of a sick Rishi you can hear this coming from various locations. You can hear sometimes wails or cries. This community, this nest, Lier, probably accompanies probably around maybe 100, 200 of the families here, but you see that a lot of the homes are empty. Not a significant amount, but some are. And she brings you into her home, and she talks to all of you. I need to be. I don't want to talk too loud because there's already been rumor talk that this cause, it only happened after the explosions happened at the tunnel system, and ever since the first couple of generators were destroyed and this no-fly zone was put up, even some of the Rishi aren't allowed to approach, and we're not sure why. We're not the ones that built these. The humans that arrived here initially were the ones that constructed the generators here, but even now, we had access to these before, but not now. We're not sure why. And there's some of us that in the past have crafted and repaired. They're asking questions. They're starting to make assumptions of why we're not able to investigate. Why can't we help out? This is for our home. We are the native species of Rishi. How come we are not allowed to help out our own homes?
It is a possibility. What the Jedi Council is aware of before is that a planet similar to the situation here on Rishi, where someone was spreading the disease. We're not saying this is what happens, but it is a possibility. And it's certainly something we need to head there to check out and see. Would you know or know anyone that could know any ways of getting into that valley, hopefully without being seen?
The bottom of the valley is covered in swamps. Even the turbines, they're all repulsor lift construction. The giant cables that stretch to the ground is the only means if you walk there. But because of the intense gale that always goes through the valley, only strong ships are able to go there. But because there's no fly zone, even our strongest avian birds, there's been accidents. The defenses that was put up on these structures, they've stopped another landing. I guess there was explosions in the sky a couple weeks ago that happened, but we can't really even go there. Some of our scouts that are on the ground were able to find the wreckage of some ship, but whatever defenses that the humans put up on these things, it's just we can't go past this right now.
And
I'll
with
see
the
if I can-
elderly being occupied with the illness, they can't really petition to go to that valley. Has a substitute been chosen from the village?
Substitute for what?
For the elderly.
There's no lack of substitutes to take care of the elderly here, but it's all with a wary eye right now. Anyone we try to keep them calm. We try, but even the elderly are.
No.
nervous.
I'm meaning as a speaker for the communities. There's got to be some communication between the human settlements and the Rishi settlements.
It's a little bit, but it's nothing that is. Yes, he goes by the name of Kegak.
Kigak.
And Kagak didn't talk with the... I don't know, what the humans do have? A governor? A mayor?
Like he's the
Um,
correspondent, right?
I guess it would just be kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? He
Spokesman?
probably oversees the administrative task of the port
Hmm.
of Lent.
Dockman? Or
Port manager?
Administrator?
It's an administrator. That's probably what it is.
Okay.
And Kagak and the administrator didn't. Kagak didn't insist on looking at the valley and the generators, especially as they have tasked or help with repairing these in the past.
Well, whenever Kagak has gone to Lent, he's pleaded, and the administrator has always said that they'll take care of it. They'll make sure that no other attacks happen. But he's saying it's not safe. He's always given excuses, but Kagak will know more about this. He's here in the nest.
I think we should talk with Kagak and visit the administrator once more and hammer the point home that another denial of looking into the valley could prove disadvantageous for the humans. If the valley is a cause of this illness, then the administrator has many things to answer for. He should have no reason to deny us if we can land safely there with your ship.
We don't really have the power. We don't have the strength to really oppose. We're just so small compared to the humans that are here now.
perhaps our best bet would be to move in there. If we can approach, near the ground and then head up with an aircom, we might be able to get in before they even notice we are there. And if something is going on, we would find evidence of it there. The problem would be the defenses, but if we're unseen, they can't use them against us.
That doesn't sound so smart.
All right, real quick, I'm gonna take a real quick bio break and think about your next plan of action. I'll be right back.
I think we should try to go to the administrator once more with Kagak, just to see what kind of person the administrator is. And to know more about his ambition or his goals right now. Because it could be possible that the administrator is just incompetent and just doesn't see or care about.
Yeah, possibly, but it would be like so funny if it's actually not. There's no virus, and it's like a plot by humans to overtake this planet and cleanse it of fucking bird people.
And I'm a bit to find weird that the humans are in this numerical superiority, especially.
Well, the thing is, the humans are fucking everywhere in Star Wars.
Humans were the
but
real
especially
races
on
all
our
along.
planet on the outer rim.
Yeah, but even then, there are there are thousands of species, and at this point, humans are 50% of the galaxy.
So let me put it this way: when it comes to the population of Reishi, only 8% of the population make up the Reishi themselves now. 87% are humans on the planet. That's the difference of the numbers.
I think it's more they never had high numbers, and then incredibly mass migration of humans.
That's a bit fishy.
I mean, why? If they didn't even have technology or cities, and they're not.
What is here that's so interesting for the humans?
There is, well, that's something you can discover. There's a reason why they're here. There's got to be a reason why they're here. That's something you can discover. But the question is, how would we like to proceed forward? We have issues that are occurring at. Let me actually write this down now, so you actually know the name. It is the Marlikest Tunnel. So we have an issue with the Marlikest Tunnel. We have Kigak, speaker of Nestlear. Then we have admin Vindar Brendal is the admin of Port Lent.
I so I mean probably like what Alhawk says, try to find Kigak.
Hmm.
Well, the thing is, if it doesn't have any real pull with the administrator, and I'm not sure if it can help, and perhaps going to the administrator would be better. You know, just because some humans are trying to poison it wouldn't necessarily mean they're all trying to do it. So maybe getting to the bottom of this would be something he would, you know, not be opposed to us doing.
Let's see what the high priest will say, and which ways he tried to convince the admin.
You talk about the High Priest Kigak?
Hmm.
So, where would you like to go?
Kagak.
All right. So, as you are leaving, Lucia, she again turns to you, and then she turns to all of you in turn, and she just goes, "Please, please do what you can to help all of us. I know our species isn't that significant in the grand schemes of the humans that are here now, but this is our home."
I will act according to my directives. Don't worry.
So, since we're heading out, we need to find where the heck he is. So,
We know where he is.
oh,
Yeah, he's here. He's here in the nest, Kigak.
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
I thought he was
Jimmy?
like, I honestly, at this point, I'm kind of just been lost most of the time. It's getting hard to follow. But yeah, let's just go get him.
Serious question: is this out of character, or just me speaking? Is this hard to follow for everyone else, or is this just? Am I making things clear, or how's it going right now?
No, it was fine.
No, don't feel like I have any particular issues, but or rather, I do, but that's on my end. I have a bit of a headache, but other than that, no, I'm following perfectly fine.
Arbok, how do you think I could prove what's going on right now?
It's more of a me thing, really, right now. You're doing fine. It's just that
You waiting some action?
no, it's not that. It's just that I just
yeah, the goal
haven't been
is
picking up
like,
everything.
Okay.
When?
I mean, sometimes you have these days where you just absent in the mind.
I got those definitely. All right, anyway, let's continue. All right, so as you go towards the home of High Priest Kagak, you can already hear arguments coming from the hut that he resides in. It's in the Rishi language, and even those of you that don't speak Rishi, which is going to be all of you pretty much except for Alhawk, you can just tell by the tone that this Rishi is pretty much yelling at whoever's inside the hut.
Oh.
I tell you, we need to wait this out.
Very well.
Alright,
If you feel it's best for us to not interfere, then let us wait.
You wait about maybe 5-6 minutes before finally it stops. Then you hear a loud kind of bang.
Oh.
A like door slam bang, a punch bang, someone shot another guy a
Yeah,
bang.
like a punch bang.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
at this point, directives are kicking in. I'm just going through the door.
I
Belmont
guess I'm
walk.
following.
The Belmont Castlevania walk through the door.
You go through the door, and you can see is a very, very huffing, angry, feathers all up already, Kigak, and you see smoking and sputtering is a holographic display that's on its side broken. And it's very obvious that he threw this thing against the wall.
Okay, seeing that he's not in danger, I greet him as you greet Adderley, like special bow.
What is this? I have no wish to see any more humans today. As looks at
I'm not a
pretty
human.
much only Eugen, but pretty much he was looking at all of you. Pretty much, you call all of you humans essentially.
That's a bit. Alright, well.
Okay,
That's
good.
a bit
If
racist.
I am Allhawk, if you remember Hishio.
Yes, I know who you are. All of your kind that are out scavenging the galaxy right now for what your master have done. Yes, I know.
These are my companions, and the one you call a human is a Jedi who has been sent here to help.
We were sent by the Jedi Council. A certain gentleman by the name of, I'll say his name because Jin wouldn't notice this, and she's not forgetful like I am. We sent the Jedi Council for assistance, and they have in turn sent me to get to the bottom of this disease.
This immediately calms him down. Oh, I've heard the initial talks did not go well. Forgive me in my anger and what I have said. I've just been entirely frustrated. That's everything that's going on right now is I'm getting nowhere with the humans at their port.
I point at the broken communicator. I guess this was the administrator you talked to.
It's Vindar, yes. He keeps saying he's doing what he can to protect us, but even now, and just to kind of put it into perspective, as he's talking, the power goes out. And then it sputters back on after about maybe 2-3 seconds. Ever since the attack on inside the tunnel, we've been losing power here sporadically. This is what we get for just trusting the technology of the humans, and they talk about us going back to the old ways of power, and it's starting to be more reasonable by the night.
They are been unable to fix it, and they are not letting anyone else up there to help
No,
them.
we were trying to go. It's not really needed for us. We've had no power for the ages as we lived here before the humans showed up, but it's an annoyance is what it is.
Understandable. Did you ever meet the admin face to beak?
Yes, I've met him. I almost wanted to bite his what he calls a pesky nose off, but it's the same thing. He just pushes away, almost like he looks down on us. It's just so arrogant.
Well,
I'll be right back.
I am not that well versed in diplomacy.
Watch
What
the
do
dog.
you make of it? I turn to the others.
Question is if he's deliberately keeping them away, or if he's just ignoring them because he feels they are primitive. One of them is a racist attitude, which the other one is more sinister. We have reason to believe that something important is going on down there. We need to head up there and investigate. I'm sorry, someone is knocking on my door.
Oh, did he step away? That was a quick AFK. Bevu, what do you
Yeah.
think about this? Oh, never mind. He's back.
Yeah, so sorry, someone needed me to help open a flask. What, did you say something?
No, so I finished what your little thinking.
Yeah, so I suppose we should try to talk to him ourselves. If he is looking down on the Rishi specifically, then perhaps he would be more welcome, accommodating. Otherwise, we'd have to look to alternate means of getting up there and investigating.
And should you prove a hindrance, I will make sure that we get a better replacement.
I would really not recommend you doing that. Murdering the administrator would not help in any way, shape,
Why
or
are we-
form.
And And
Why are you
Yes.
talking about murder?
he's just condescending. That's it. He's not a bad guy, bad guy. You know.
Guys,
Why are we talking about murder?
The thing
Yeah,
is,
no.
All Hog is very sensitive about Rishi. You guys know how he is.
Yeah, and that is why Jin took the assumption he was talking about murder, because he was talking about murder.
Oh yes.
You killing the administrator, Alok, well, I suppose it would not help the Rishi. It would harm the situation in anything.
You just see his lights like fluttering a bit, then that is correct. But should we fail, a knife to the ribs will still happen.
In the midst of your discussion, the power goes out again. But something unusual happens is that besides Kergar just kind of annoying, throwing his arms in the air, you see that one of the data terminals that he has in here that kind of connects to the now broken holographic display actually brightens significantly before going out.
Okay.
Beaver, if you mind, would you mind examining that? That was unusual.
I was just
I'm
going to.
gonna ask. I'm gonna be like, will he let me?
Well, you said that's not in person, so he just waves to you forward. I don't understand these things. I just know they don't
Okay.
work.
I'm gonna
me
plug my
neither.
data.
Thankfully, Beaver's an expert when it comes to things that are of a mechanical nature.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I saved you from
Wow.
the turbo whip.
Fucking rude.
Rude.
Beaver's a valuable member of the party. You can't just go putting him down like that.
Hmm.
No, I'm gonna plug my data pad in and try to
Arvok,
work
do we
it.
have to have a conversation with HR?
Hey, hey. Before you do that,
Yeah.
perhaps you would want to, ensure your success. Get some stimulants.
Yes,
Stimulant.
steroids. These were
Yeah,
expensive.
mind
man.
steroids.
Are you really getting janked up?
Hey, yeah, come on.
Before-
It's I usually charge people, but like first time, friendship,
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. Are
free,
you really?
just to get a taste.
Oh my fucking god. Now they're a drug dealer. God.
Yes, deal with it. Literally, can you please help me with logging out the drug stash? Would be appreciated.
Oh my
I think I
God.
need to learn GIMP just to make this as a picture, like the situation.
Just
I'm-
Just
Alright,
please
yeah, I'm
mess with the thing.
gonna try to apply my Stim application.
Alright, you have
talent
to use a stim
do
pack.
No, it's not like used up. I think it's like you need to have access
I
to
would
med kit or
say
stim pack.
this would use. Okay, you have a med pack, so this would use one of the
Yeah.
applications of the med pack.
All right.
Because
It's
what
gonna
you're doing
be
is you're actually
med-
modifying the chemical compound of the stim pack that's in either the stim pack itself or the med pack, and then you actually essentially just boosting the individual. No, it's not really a drug, you may flavor it that way, but this will increase his
Yeah, it's a stimulant.
It's a drug.
Yeah.
it's making you super focused what it's doing. All right.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to actually do a check on this, do you? I think it just happens.
I mean,
Yeah,
no,
well,
I need like
what
average
medicine
medicine
check.
Yep. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, and it doesn't say anything about taking any use, but it does give it would give B before strain.
I would make
Every
it,
time.
use a stim pack or it's gonna use the med. It's gonna use stuff. You can't just give it to the guy. So it's actually like you're adjusting the compound of either the stim pack or the med pack. So we'll use it. As
Yeah,
is,
alright, so-
Bivu, do you
Well,
first off,
+1
Bivu,
to
do you accept
intelligence.
this? That's the question first.
I'm gonna look curiously at this. Like, what is this?
A stimulant. Yes, let's put it that way.
You sure I'll be okay if I take it?
worry, it is completely safe. You might feel some strain, while
Will I
this
look
is
like
active.
you?
Will I
Will I look like you?
You gonna grow an arm?
No. You don't understand. It is a stimulant, developed with other species in mind. It's basically universal, almost.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
no.
sure there's some side effects, but I assure you, there's nothing to worry about. Like,
Okay.
trust me. When did I lie?
I'm gonna try really hard to think about the last time he lied, and then I don't remember, so I'm just gonna take it then.
Okay.
See,
All
I'm
right,
the most
Bivu,
trustworthy
go
person
ahead
here.
and
Mhm.
as you go to the console, go and give me a computer spool.
Computers.
Yeah, by the way,
okay.
don't forget you take like 4 strain,
That you do.
and you get like +1 intelligence.
Yep. So actually, add in 1 green. As you're hyper focused right now on this thing. This is a medium check. Put in 2 purple.
Wait. Oh, by the way, is this voluntary or involuntary? Because I had no
Voluntary,
idea what was
that's why I like asked.
Voluntary.
Well, it's involuntary strain though, so you can't reduce it.
Yeah, it's involuntary strain, so you reduce it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you would reduce it. Yeah. So it's 3. I'll do it for you.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and put in 2 purple. Medium check.
2 purple.
And because of the crazy fluctuations, we're gonna put in 2 black.
Okay.
All right, Bivu.
What? Fish.
That's why I'm not telling you roll yet.
Alright. You know, we just did with we've also dealt with crazy power fluctuation situations like the turbo lift.
Not in this case. Go ahead and roll.
Ah, that's bad.
Don't forget maybe like this.
You can also
Come
do
on.
Fishing
Oh.
for Blue that doesn't encompass knowledge. You can do actions to try to get it also. So,
I mean, too late. I
but
succeeded
it
already.
is a success. So, Bivu, here's what you discover.
Mhm.
Give me a second. I'm gonna do more roleplay stuff. So,
Yeah, see that one dice like saves your roll. See?
I mean, I just
Oh.
imagine Allhawk leaning over to Kagak, just saying, "Yeah, they're always like this."
Oh,
Shenanigans.
wait. It's not a power shortage. Someone shorted it. It's been overloaded.
Overloaded.
Yeah. So
That means
it basically
someone-
the fuse blew.
Someone's fucking with the power.
Mm,
Of the machine in general or the power system?
well, at least what's connected to the computer. So I would say the power system of the building.
So the power area is not damaged at all. They're doing it deliberately.
Yeah, it's just that. Yeah, something might
Please.
have.
Pull that data from that system.
This does indeed give credence to the fact that there's in fact something going very wrong up there.
Yeah, there is something strange.
So a knife to the ribs is more likely. That is a positive.
No, we will. If he is guilty, we can report him to the authorities and get him arrested. A vigilante murder will do nothing but bring more trouble to this planet.
I said closer, not confirmed. If he's only doing that, then I will restrain from harming him.
For all we know, he could be completely unaware of this as well.
Yeah, let's
It's
just
positive.
give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll take this data first.
Even if he is guilty, there's a reason we have trials. We live in a civilized society.
I just give you the robot stare.
I'm just gonna think about the times
Damn,
we all
we truly live
cut
in
down the
society.
enemies.
Yeah, but they were in the process of killing us.
Stand trial.
No, he
All
was
right,
that trial. Ah!
all right. So, what would you like to do? You're starting to see now
So-
that Kagak is still very, very annoyed with everything that's going on. He's kind of watching you impatiently as you're kind of ticking around with the terminal, Bivu.
I'm gonna like just download some of the whatever is stored inside into the data pad. I'm gonna be like, well, that's my job's done. I figured how what happened.
Can
In
you fix this?
Well, I'll have to leave. I'll have to go to the where's the you guys have like a bunch of connectors and stuff like that, right? Where's the room for that?
You mean
It's
a
it's
transistor?
it is in one of the edge huts. It has connections that go to the ground.
Yeah, if I fix the fuse, then I can probably get this back up and running.
Unless the error rate is from the power generator itself, in which case the connector won't help. But we won't know until we go down there and check.
Yeah, I'll probably check the transformer as well. But well, yeah, for now that's all I can do.
Once BB has investigated that, we will see if we can get a meeting with the administrator to see if we can get permission to go up to the power plant. If something shifty is going on and he denies us, do you know, or any of your people would know, if there are any back entrances up to the tunnel that the builders of the place would not be aware of?
There is no back. It's a valley. And these generators float in the sky without any wings or any power. Well, they have power, obviously. It's obvious anyone that goes there. It's with those that don't have experience, it is deadly.
Anything in the way of defenses? Turbo lasers, missile launchers, anything like that?
Weapons were put up after the first couple were destroyed.
Are they based on the Terminators themselves, or are they ground-based?
From what I told, they were on the platforms.
Disconcerting. Well, we won't be able to know more until we can speak to the administrator. Hopefully we'll not have to make a run for it.
Well, if we're lucky, then probably it's just a like a short circuit. But let's go take a look.
Oh, if only if it was a short circuit. If only. And my only guess is that should we go to the, human ambassador, or should we just go ahead to, find the cause of this?
Let's first find the cause, because the urgency.
All right.
I think we should talk to the administrator first. Maybe to see how he is.
Well, the problem is the transmitter is like, a 5-minute walk away. The administrator would have to drive for half an hour and then set up a meeting with him. So I think we'll check the transformer first, then check the administrator.
Yeah, the transformer first. I was just okay. I thought you were checking out the valley. That's what I.
Yeah,
No,
not the valley.
Okay, yeah,
No.
transistor first. Let's go.
Okay.
Alright, then let's go check it out. Paul?
As you go to where the transformer is at the edge, where you're kind of pointed in the direction by Kigak, and you can definitely see the building because it's covered in essentially graffiti or dung for all intents and purposes. It's been a mark of frustration that some of the Rishi here have taken upon themselves to show against. But you can definitely hear a whine of essentially electrical current inside this hut, and then you hear sparks happen intermittently. It does coincide with the power. You do see a couple of lights nearby that kind of dim and then brighten again. And it does coincide with the sputtering inside the hut.
I recommend everyone standing back. I will approach that.
Very well. You're more familiar with technology than we are, so if you're saying that it's for the best, I will take your word for it.
I am just seeing that open electric current, and it could be dangerous for biological chassis.
I mean, we are wearing hazard suits, right?
But they don't protect against
Yeah,
electricity.
definitely.
Yeah, they're from environmental hazards.
Yeah, I'm approaching that transistor and I'm opening it. To
Right,
see...
you approach the door, Alhawk, and you open it. And you can see that there is a large terminal, a transistor that's inside the room itself. You do see that it does have a coil of cables that streak to the tree it's connected to, and it goes down to the floor. And you can tell that it goes to the tree, and it just runs down the tree, probably to the ground, and then it goes from there, wherever it does. But you can see along the walls are just lines of black burnt wood. And to show that, a spark of arcing electricity goes off of the transistor, and it strikes along the wall, leaving said mark, a new one, in the wall.
So there's a wooden piece connected to it and the wall.
Well, it's a wooden hut.
Some wooden hut.
But think of essentially think of the generator, what it is, the transformer is kind of in the middle of the room, and that is what indeed powers. It has kind of lines that go to the rest of the electronics around this nest.
Where can I enable the safety for this so the transistor doesn't let in electricity?
You could probably
through?
turn off the transistor itself.
Yeah, then I would do that. Before I do that, I will turn to Kekek and I will be turning off the electricity in the entire village for now.
Gurgot didn't follow you out here. He stayed in his hut.
Oh, okay.
He told
then
you to
I
do
would,
what you need to do.
Then I just, in Rishi, I would just say loudly that I would disable the electricity for a while for repairs. Just
She's
being
probably
very
laying
open.
in my mom's room or something.
It's fine.
Sorry, Grandpa.
They nod to that. All right, so they are. So he knows. Kagak knows that you're about to turn off the power.
Okay, so the entire Then I would do that.
Right. As you enter into the hut, going towards the transformer, Anaya, are you here?
Yes.
Roll me a force dice, please.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Fuck. Going fingers crossed.
Luck be on our side.
No.
No.
All right.
That's not the
So as you go into the room, suddenly you get the double bips at least. A streak. I would give you a crit. A streak of lightning arcs out, and because they're metallic, it just immediately goes to you, Alhawk. And it just you all watch as streaks of electricity now coil around Alhawk. Alhawk, you freeze as your servos are overloaded for a brief moment, and you're gonna take a bit of strain.
Is he gonna get powered up?
Wait, what do you mean with a bit? That's half of my strain. That's not a bit. That's a lot.
Quite a bit.
But then it goes out. And again, the power kind of fluctuates back on. After a couple of moments, well, let's see. As it goes on, we see that Alhawk is momentarily frozen in this room. What are the other four of you doing as you see this happen? Alhawk is on the room a bit frozen, and you see that the transformer is starting to spark again.
All right.
Arbok, what do you do?
I don't want to touch that. That's a lightning rod.
I mean, you shouldn't be touching me, but you can probably touch the transistor.
Like I don't know electronics. Beaver, you could deal with that stuff, right?
Yeet him in there.
Just throw him.
Yeah.
Force yeet. Yeet him in there.
I don't know how to deal with this stuff.
Wait, Jin, you have the bloody force. Can't you flip over the switch?
I don't have move. Meaning without
Force is useless.
unless you need me to use like ninja powers, like jump over there and like backflip over and use my foot to switch it. I can't really help.
Some more sparks start to build up.
Oh my god.
I'll
Oh,
just touch it before it gets sparked again.
Am I still frozen? Can I still move?
Give me
Okay,
a discipline pool.
Discipline.
Sorry, resilience pool. Sorry.
Resilience. Oh boy, let's go.
Put in 2 purple. And roll.
Yeah, I am.
Your servos come back. You're able to get functioning of your systems again.
Yeah, I'm immediately going for the transistor, just shutting it off.
Okay, you get to it and you hit the switch and it turns off.
And I wait a bit to see if everything's all fine. No more sparks coming
As
out.
they did, yes, everything kind of winds off and all the lights shut off. All the electronics you can see that are visible all shut off around the area.
And I go outside the hut and I shut off the transistor.
Yeah, you're just kind of like just get off wisp of smoke right now from all your overloaded internals.
Ugh.
But it is now off.
So, Bivu, do you want to take a look at this?
It smells. I'm gonna put a clip on my nose and then walk in.
You are in a hazmat suit.
You were in a hazmat suit.
It's not filtering the air, is it?
Wait,
It
no.
is.
Yes,
What are you talking about? It does!
Hazmat.
No, I meant it's not filtering the smell.
No, if you're gonna smell something in the hazmat suit, then something has gone definitely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Our suits are straight up environmentally sealed. We can use them in a vacuum.
Because I'm thinking like if you guys wore a mask before, so you know like the poison gas masks, like they don't exactly block out the smell.
No, the thing that you smell there is the mask itself.
Oh,
Alright, Bivu.
the mask.
God
Yes.
damn it, man!
Okay.
You can, you know.
God damn it, Bivu.
So you just throw Bivu to the room after that whole discussion.
Okay, Beaver, just do your magic or whatever, please.
Okay.
You're
Alright,
in a
Bivu,
hazmat
as you walk
suit.
into the building, you can see that the safety relays on the device have been broken. They've been tripped. Too much power going into the generator, going into the transformer. What would you like to do?
Dude, I would like to see, like, inspect the damage, see if it's something I can fix, or does it require like the components need to be replaced.
Go ahead and give me a mechanics pool.
Do I still have the stimulant boost, or
Nope,
was
this is a
that
different
over?
scene. So, no.
Okay.
Right,
And
and go ahead and put in 3 purple. Hard check. Now, how do you want to fish for a blue? What are you trying? So what you're doing here is you're trying to actually tell me what you might be trying to do here before you go any further.
Wait, 1 second. You have also 1 extra green because drugs.
No, that is
No,
once
the
per
drugs
encounter. This is a
wore
different
off.
encounter.
Yeah, just one.
Wait, that's
The
encounter.
encounter is a
Yeah.
scene. Yeah.
With the different accounts, would the Beaver get a chance to reduce his strain by rolling discipline or cool? It's not once per encounter?
I guess that'd be right. Yeah, but wasn't a combat situation though, so I'm actually gonna say no to that one.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, Bivu, do you wish to fish for a blue?
Yes.
How? Now remember, it doesn't have to be electronic.
d-
It doesn't have to be knowledge based. It can be something you do action wise.
Action wise. What do you mean action wise? Hold on.
Let me ask the
Just
question
think about-
first. What would you like to accomplish here? I know I told you to build a mechanics pool, but what exactly are you wanting to possibly do? Obviously, the easy thing is repair this thing. It will be the obvious one. But is there anything else you might wish to do on top of that? Would you want to repair this? I know I kind of told you to build the mechanics before I even told you what to do, so it's kind of on me. But-
Yeah. I did say like first thing I want to do is like the goal is evaluation. So I want to see like the damage. Can I fix it? I want to see if can I fix it? Not that
You
I'm
can
gonna
fix this, yes.
it. Oh, I can fix this.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, if I fix this, can I add something to it to make sure that the power supply, like it's not exact, it's sort of like a reinforcement, so make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Like what? What would you add to it?
Okay, not to science the shit out of this, but you know, like maybe just add a few rings to it, so then the resistance increases, so the power won't short it out again.
Sure. I'll put in a balloon.
Okay.
You got the mechanic knowledge to do this. You tried to strengthen the resistors of this thing so it doesn't blow out again. Go ahead and roll.
Yep. Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
You can use that to reduce strength if you want to, though. So, the 3 advantage. Now, you do
sure.
repair this thing, and Bivu, what you know is that this thing has been essentially tripped because it's been overloaded, which is causing it. There's too much power going in, and it's trying to compensate by that, which is causing all the power to kind of go out before it kind of turns back on. Now, what you do know is that for this to happen, it has to go directly from this transformer to whichever causing it. It's not going to jump between transformers.
So basically, this thing's just been, well, overloaded by just
Yeah,
too
the
much
core
power.
problem
And whatever
is
is
the power
connected to it's what's
plant.
causing it.
So
the generator.
another one for it's deliberate sabotage.
That, or they just don't know how to, you know,
Well,
do an
pretty
electrician's
much
job.
what's at the other end of the cable is what's doing it. I'm trying to.
Yeah, and that would be the power plant.
Yeah, it's okay. So what I did was basically build a dam to prevent the river from flooding the village, but then but the river flooding the village is still like a potential threat. So that's the thing we'll have to solve next. And that's like a really that's the
Now, here's one thing to mention. The cable that comes off of this transformer is probably the size of your wrist. The cables that come off of the actual propulsive systems in the tunnel are probably, I would say, maybe 4 or 5 meters in width. So this cable does not go directly to those things. It probably has another relay.
So
Gotcha.
you could perhaps follow the cable. But so the question is, do we do that first, or do we want to set up a meeting with the administrator?
I mean, we can if he can meet us here, then it would probably be more
It's not gonna.
convenient, right?
You think he's gonna actually come in the middle of the jungle? Heck no.
I don't think we're going to get the planet or spaceport administrator to come out in the middle of the boonies to meet us. Heck,
Maybe
we might
we
be
can
lucky.
call him.
We might be
we've got
lucky if we don't even meet him in the first place. So I think our best bet is to actually just head back to the spaceport.
Like what? How about we call him on the hologram?
That's probably not advisory either, because you saw how that went with the Mr. Angry Pants at the house.
Yes, and he doesn't seem so. Either he's deliberately, helping these people harm the Rishi, or he just really doesn't like them and is racist towards them. Either way, I think distancing ourselves from the Rishi and meeting him in person would be better for us.
Alhawk is just frowning at this.
He doesn't have a mouth.
We can still feel him frowning.
He says, frowning.
He just says frowning.
Emotion, frown. Annoyed.
Okay.
Facial
so
expression, frowning.
we just need to get back. Okay, so I guess we have to head back and actually head to the human side of the fucking administrative.
Yeah, we'll have to tell them that in order to solve this, we'll have to go inside.
No, we will
No,
not tell them.
no.
We will just
That-
ask them what's happening, why they didn't fix it yet, and to see if
Mhm.
he's genuine or if he's a prick.
An option, which is pretty much a nuclear option, is to say that we have been sent by the Jedi to investigate this, and we need to get access to the facility.
Yeah.
That's the last resort, though. We should try to see what we can get from him before we play that card.
I
Mm.
would say though, if we that seemed like the best option.
No, that's the nuclear option for a reason. Because if he's
If he's
Um,
really hating the Jedi Temple, then he's gonna hire a lot of people.
Yes, so we talk to him first. We see what we can get from him, and then, if necessary, we play that card.
Ah, gotcha.
If he is actually, at the end of the day, it could very well be that these people are working without his knowledge of it, and that he would be willing to assist us.
how
So we can't do this without asking him first. That's why we need to talk to him.
Pal,
Yes.
would Allhawk now remember how was the administrator before this happened?
You probably never had any dealings with him.
No, but how did he treat the Rishi? How?
For
where-
the most part, there's never really been any issues.
Okay, so this is abnormal.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, we can turn the power back on, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Then
Okay.
when he does it, I tell everyone the power's back on.
So as you flip the switch, Bivu, the lights turn back on, and you see now they still fluctuate, but because of your little finagling and repair job, and you strengthened the work, it doesn't go out. But you can see that the transformer does whine as it receives a excess load of essentially energy. Now you do know though that eventually it's going to fail again until whatever's causing this gets fixed.
Would you be able to
Mhm.
estimate how long we have before that happens?
Yep. Can I do a rough estimation?
Go ahead and build me. Maybe I can build me another mechanics pool. And put in 3 purple. And roll. You think this might last maybe a day, 2 at the most?
Gotcha. So we've got 1 day before this fails again.
Yeah, I will also tell the high priest that, so he and everyone know.
Yeah, unless the sputtering goes out in within 20 hours, they should shut it down. So it has no risk of catching fire or anything like that.
So Kagak will tell you that after 24 hours, they will shut it down themselves.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are we heading back to the port?
Yep.
Yep, seems like it.
All right. You realize that you are, well, they are glad to see you leave. Even though you helped out a little bit, it's still an issue that you don't feel too welcome here. You get into the hover car and you speed back to Port Lent. You land, you return the hover vehicle. You still have it for the rest of the day if you need to, so you don't get anything transaction does right now. But you do park it for the time being. And at the port, would you like to head directly to the administrator or want to go somewhere else?
I see.
No.
We don't really have a reason to go anywhere else.
Yeah, no. I suppose we'll just stop by our trip, fill up on oxygen or whatever, and then head off to have a meeting. See if we can get a meeting with him.
All right. As you approach the administrator building that this individual resides at, you're greeted by essentially a receptionist behind a desk who is it's a human woman, and she'll look up at you, and you see that she herself is red-eyed, baggy. Her eyes are baggy, her eyes are red, and she immediately just does not have a pleasant greeting. Just, what do you want?
Greetings. I'm Jin, a pilot of the. We're with this ship.
Don't care what ship you're. What do you want?
We would like a meeting with the administrator.
Yeah, so does everyone else. Here, and she slides you a data pad that has a long list of essentially requests for meetings. You're not the only one that wants a meeting with the administrator here. Between you and every other scientific team, planetary team, mining team, whatever, is trying to get a meeting with the administrator Vindar.
I guess the nuclear options are going to be needed here.
You can try something else. You don't have to go direct to nuclear options. So.
Wait.
Damn, time
Paul?
to blow up the nukes.
What's up?
Paul, can I put our name at the top of the list?
I think.
Go ahead and give me a computer spool. She gave you the data pad.
Give me the drugs. Give me the drugs.
Use a light side token then.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you stim up in front of her, that's gonna cause some other penalties to happen. So.
Okay, may I use one light side token?
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
you can't.
we
You
are
don't even ask. You can use it.
Okay.
All right. Put in 1 red.
One.
You are hacking an administrator terminal though, so go ahead and put in 2 more purple. Make this a hard check.
I don't
It
forget,
does have
like,
security
upgrade.
on it, so put in 2 black.
2 black. Damn.
Wait,
this
why are
is-
we doing this? But you need to upgrade it since you said destiny points. So you upgrade one of the.
Because
Yellow.
Eagle wants to move the name up to the top.
Oh, that's what they're doing. Okay.
Yeah, which we could have tried something else, but I guess
Go
we're going
ahead,
extreme
go ahead and
route.
roll. Let's see what happens.
You want a fish?
Okay.
You want to try fish? You might want to fish.
Yeah,
I
fish.
don't know how you're gonna fish. What you tell me?
I mean, okay. Remember back when? Okay, wait, hold on. Which session was it again? Forget. I did like one hacking job with the. It's not exactly a list, but then. Yeah. Okay. Not gonna
Yeah,
fish.
no,
for it.
go ahead and roll.
Come on.
No.
If only you took the drugs. If only.
Yeah. if
And
only.
everyone's watching you. You get a bit of stress here, Bivu. But no, you try it, just the security on it, and just she's just observing you, just staring at you. She's like, "Are you put your name on this or what?" I'm so busy right now. Can you please hurry up? And she's impatient. She's just annoyed.
Fuck it, nuclear option it is.
I mean, we are here to install the firewall.
A firewall.
Okay, fuck. Ignore my friend here. You indicate to my the trading lightsaber I have on my side. I'm Jin. I was sent here by the Jedi Council to investigate this disease. We did a meeting with the administrator so we can get access to the tunnel, to the generator tunnel, because we have reason to believe something is going down there.
She just starts laughing at you. You must be new here. And she takes the data pad from Bivu. Still, she's actually chuckling now to herself. The first time you see her actually have enjoyment in her face. And it's not quite to what you would expect with what you just said, Jin. And she puts it in on the list. And she puts you right to the top. And she hands the tablet. She keeps the tablet. And she goes, "You're top of the list. I will buzz you right in whenever he's ready."
Okay, Chris, could I pleasure start track? I don't know, roll to see if we can see through the lies of the administrator or see what's I'm missing to her.
What's so funny? Like, I want to find out. Like, is anything burning? Why is she laughing then?
Like you should have said so, like along the lines of
They're
that.
probably gonna cover everything with stupid documents or
You're
something.
going to find out. Oh, would you look at that? He's ready. And she hits a button on her console, and you see that the locks on the door open, allowing you access, and she just kind of points you in the direction. Mr. Brendal will see you now.
I thank you for your cooperation. And
Oops. Just in case, I'll prepare a thermal detonator.
Are you not doing that in a...
guys, we're in administration. It's
That's why I whisper.
We're not doing that.
You don't need to whisper. We're all like wearing at this point, environmentally sealed suits. All we need to do is shut off our external, what's it called, vocal units, and they can't hear us. So you just, send broadcast to him.
Yeah, right. That's better.
Uh-huh.
In any case, yeah, I suppose I'll go in.
yeah.
Alright. As you go in, you see that the administrator doesn't have any mask on here. He's a human male, probably about in his late 50s. And he's sitting behind a desk right now, and he looks pissed off as y'all come walking in your hazmat suits.
Well,
Jin, you should
probably
He doesn't say
continue to-
anything as you walk in. He just looks at all of you.
Administrative Indar.
No response.
Just looking at you.
I've said my thing, so now I'm waiting.
He's gonna...
No, that's just
He gets
courtesy
up
that-
slowly from his desk. And you can see that he actually is fatigued. Same thing, he has kind of the same issues that the receptionist did also. He's got bags on his eyes are red themselves. He looks like he hasn't slept in a long time. And he kind of slowly has his hand crest his desk as he moves to the front of it and leans against it, crosses his legs, and Janicus folds his arms across his chest and just looks at you. And what pleasure do I have for the Jedi to be here? With a very, very sarcastic overtone.
The Council have reason to believe that this disease is artificial in origin. I am sent here to investigate. We have seen a thing like this before. And so we need access, and from what we understand, it is connected to the power plants. We need access to get up there.
Oh, gee. Let me guess. One of the Rishi, probably that feather bastard sent you here, didn't he?
Nope.
You can tell him exactly what I've already said. I have people looking into it. There's not much I can do right now. Between the attacks, all the stuff happening, he should just focus on staying alive. Because if he hasn't noticed, his species is going through a bit of an issue right now, which is also been plaguing me with all the damn traffic that has been coming to and from the planet now.
Why are you not letting us investigate? Another pair of eyes or photoreceptors.
Because that is the exact reason, amateurs. The first couple of Rishi, did he tell you that when him and some of his buddies came in to investigate, they were killed by one of the generators smacking them, the birds, out of the sky, caused damage they themselves are trying to fix. Between the explosions that happened, the attack that occurred, and themselves with their birds that think they can fly there, no, I'm allowing no amateurs to go there. Did he tell you that?
We are not going up there to repair.
Elder Krigak, no.
We're not going by sky.
We are
Then you
here
can't
because
go. Have you been in the valley, the tunnel as they call? Only a ship can get to whatever it is.
Oh, what about that? We have one.
Well, they're protected. It is a no-fly zone. Any ship that goes by will be blasted out of the sky.
Blasted by
Then
what?
how will anyone even check?
Because my team's the ones that repair it. obviously I can turn it off. So no,
Well.
to your request, you do not have access to go and look at this thing for the Rishi. As I told him, you can tell your friend, I will have it fixed.
Like I said, we are not here on his behalf. We are here because a species, a planet, is in danger of dying, and we have a reason to believe someone is doing this on purpose. Now, I don't know about you, good sir, but the Jedi Council doesn't look kindly on people standing in their way.
And
in
where the
situations
fuck
like
was the Jedi Council when my home was blasted by the Sith? Huh? Where were you
Oh my
at?
God.
Administrator,
We were
I.
dying.
Okay.
We were fighting. And we're still fighting. And the second this week is over, we will be fighting again. As we
It's
always
all
do.
you people do is just fight and fight.
Well, right now we want to investigate, but you are hindering us in this
I-
investigation.
I just like to imagine this Jin and Alhawk having the heated conversation with them, and just me, Beaver, and Anya just at the sidelines just watching all this.
You are perfectly within your right to stop us. That's fine, to not give us permission. But we will be sending a message back to the Republic and to the Jedi.
and we are so close to the Sith territory, they're not gonna come. Believe me, I've tried.
We are close to the hot
Well,
space, not
well,
Sith territory.
wait. Brendel, what can we prove
I'm
that
trying to make the
we're-
coercion check there. Stop trying to be in soft spot, please. Sorry.
I mean, can we prove that we're good enough?
No, it's not about good enough. We are not even trying to fix the generators. We are trying to investigate what
Right, but
happened
if
there.
we help them fix it, if we show that we can,
Bevo, we are not trying to fix anything.
We're
That's
just
not our
trying-
job.
The
We
thing,
tried-
Beaver, we're trying to get into the place, not like fix it itself, because we literally, and this guy's like literally the only way we can actually get in.
Yeah.
Well, we can always, get in, illegally.
Yeah.
I'm
Windrun,
not saying
we
this in character, but
we also have a ship that is space.
now what
a
I meant was
spacecraft.
that if we had like a proper excuse, then we can do things in the sidelines.
We already have a proper excuse.
I'm
Now,
not buying it.
you
He
can
just doesn't
try.
like it.
Jin, build me a charm pool. It's gonna be tough though.
Charm, I was actually going for coercion, but yeah, fair enough. Charm.
Yeah, your initial discussions weren't coercion, so.
Okay.
Go ahead, and this is gonna be a tough one. Put in 3 red.
Wow.
You might want to. You might want to fish.
And chuck a potion.
And because y'all wearing hazmat suits in this place, put in a black.
For trying to protect them.
It's hard to look
Because you
charming
look
in a
ridiculous
hazmat
to him.
suit. Yeah.
Alright, let's go and upgrade that to a yellow.
Already done so.
Or upgrade that green to a yellow.
I have already done so.
Oh, okay. In that case, go ahead and roll, Ness.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Although
Well,
you
I
can
do-
succeed,
I do-
you
I-
can succeed
Yeah,
there.
with thanks to the force, I do succeed on the test, so I'm not sure
But
what
you
the
get a
spare is.
whole-
I do, yeah.
Bunch of threat. Spare.
After
So the-
after the initial very, very heated argument back and forth between you and him, he just does a long, long sigh. Tell me again why you wanted to go to the generators.
We have reason to believe that the disease itself is artificial. That is our first place to investigate it. That would be the best place to
Do you
spread
have
it
any
from.
proof right now that it is?
That is what we're looking for. If we had proof, it wouldn't be 5 people investigating. It would be with far more people asking very pointed questions to people doing it.
I mean, we do have some footage Alha can show him, like what we saw on back in my home.
On Bimmel.
This is not, Rishi is not the first planet this has happened to. So we are wondering if the disease could, of course, be just a disease, but we're wondering if they are connected. If they are connected, then someone is doing this on purpose, creating a bioweapon.
And you say you're from the Jedi Council.
Yes, they sent me.
As much hatred as I have for you and your kind, I also can't overlook the situation that's happening here. Truth be told, I am trying to fix this, but there is a problem. I don't know if because of the damn systems, a hacking attempt, or a rogue operative, but the defensive systems that protect the generators have been blocked out from me and our control here. They're
Is
firing
that-
against anything that flies near.
Oh, talking about amateurs.
And
So-
where is the control facility for these defenses?
So there's no control facility. It's all one slave system that link together. I have the console here to deactivate it, and he just kind of drops it on the desk in front of him. Easy for you to look at if you want to. I don't have access to this no more. This was slaved to a terminal I have here. Now I can't turn the thing off. I've been locked out of my own damn system.
So that's what the scientists are trying to meet with as well. I'm guessing they are not getting access as well, because
No one is right now.
I suppose you can try to disable it. Do you have the details on the themselves? How is it powered? How is it armored?
Jim, before we continue with that, we should try to let Bivu hack into the system to get it back.
We try to.
Yes, try to.
Try.
This Java
Wait a
here
minute.
is very knowledgeable about technology.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
If you
their
have
kind
people
tend to
trying
be.
to wait a minute, if you have people trying to get looking into this, how are they dealing with the system?
They're not.
They
That's the
can't.
thing.
They can't get near it right now. Even the main, there's one junction that can actually help turn us off, but to the game engineers, they put it in a place that is also next to the turret controls. So, only way I know of to get there is to fly through a hailstorm of weapons fire, ship grade.
So tank all the damage.
Or dodge like a motherfucker.
It's
Or
better to
you
not get hit.
might try to get access to the
What-
said slave systems. No, with a
Yes.
bit of.
What
Try.
about the battleships in orbit that try to approach?
What are the defenses of the turrets themselves? Can they be blasted, or would that damage the generators as well?
The defenses are on top of the actual generators themselves. If we took one blast from a turbo laser from orbit, it'll destroy the generator. And if these things go out, that's something I cannot put through the city or even the Rishi. As much death as they're going through, I do want the best for them. And right now, I can't let anyone near those things because of this damn situation.
Okay. Could I be able to roll to see if he actually means that, or if he perhaps has, interior motives?
Go ahead and build me a perception pool. All of you can.
I think actually that's a discipline, like what's called protect against the effects of leadership, coercion, and deception.
Okay, discipline it is. I have to learn these ones.
Yeah, I was looking it up as well because I was wondering what is like what is inside this system.
All right, we'll make this a medium check. Put in 2 purple.
But
This
I-
guy is he is someone that is in this kind of position. Put in 2 black because he's someone that typically is not going to give away information.
Okay, I do have a talent that makes it harder to lie against me, but that's giving me a blue here, or
What's it called?
nobody's fool. Nobody's fool. It basically upgrades what's it called deception checks against me.
It's upgraded. So upgrade your pool.
I
Okay.
would also like to upgrade mine. I was a native to this planet, so I could just see from his policies and how his government style was.
I'll give you a
to see-
blue. Oh, not an upgrade.
I want to try fish. I'm
So sorry, blue, not upgrade.
Yeah. Arbok, how do you want to fish?
I've been with a few jobs before I met the group, and I always want to make sure that I'm not getting, lied to or trying to get
I'll give that to you. Go ahead and put in the blue.
the short end of the stick.
I'll give it to you. Anyone
Uh-huh.
else?
I think
All
so.
right. Go ahead and roll, everyone.
No.
Only Jin made it.
Yeah, well,
Only Jin. Jin, he definitely seems tired, but he does seem to be telling the truth.
Very well.
You got- you got
So
one.
we can have Beaver take a look at the slave system, and if the system itself cannot be hacked, is there an emergency shutdown for the defenses?
Would you believe my engineers put it next to the actual turrets themselves?
I would say that would be an incredibly foolish design decision. So yes, I can believe it.
Yeah, believe me, that person is fired.
Well, that is. Can I use the two adventurers recover to strain?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, by the way, Brendel, if you can pay us and we can help you redesign it.
We're not.
Evil.
No, we're not.
We are not here to.
I've got to
I'm
cover.
going to strangle him.
After.
We're not going to. We're not shelling him out.
Does the defenses have a? At one point, if you get two the turrets and what's called to disable it, will the other one still fire at us, or will it be too close to the generator so that they will?
They're
I
all
cease the fire.
slated to attack one target, so I'd imagine if one shoots at you, they all are.
So hiding behind the one generator will not get the other ones to stop firing.
That's the thing. I want to say no to this plan because if you're hiding at the generator and they shoot, you're going to do the exact same problem I'm trying to avoid right now.
Yes, of course. That's why I'm wondering if there was such an automatic shutdown. If there isn't, then obviously
Okay,
we want to.
There is an option for this. You know that I have the ion emitter. So
Yeah, be
I
ain't gonna
can-
work. These are starship grade stuff, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I think like our best bet is if it's the speeder or the plane itself fly to the turret, someone jumps
We've
off to
also
the
thought about a speeder. The problem is the winds through this valley are incredibly strong. Well, I did have a couple teams that tried to go through by speeder, and after the second one was destroyed, I stopped it. The winds bashed them against the walls of the canyon, or the valley.
So our best bet then, I suppose, would be to perhaps using jump packs to have fly over it with a ship.
A jump pack is personally just going to bash you against the wall. The
No,
Rishi do say they have transportation that can go through this. The turrets only target vehicles. If Rishi can get their largest life form that can fly to these things, that might work. But again, they've already attempted this and they were killed.
Okay, so
Shooting
basically,
off a ship is not an option then. Okay.
We should.
So
Arbok, what'd you say?
so basically, if we can get in without any sort of vehicle, they won't be targeting us, right?
yeah, but the problem is they're up in the air and we can't fly.
And because the wind is so strong, a personal jetpack just won't work. You need an actual vehicle or a bird or another plane.
Yeah,
to get
I
the
was not thinking of flying up with a jetpack. What I was thinking is, we're on our ship, then we drive by, someone jumps off the ship onto the platform using a jetpack to, not splat on the platform itself, and then they can shut it down.
We could try to get one of the big birds and attempt just scouting to see how the winds are and if something has changed.
So you would know yourself, Al Hawk, that only the largest flying animals have even the strength to go through this valley because of just the way it's a natural formation of the planet of this valley that it's a pristine location for these giant turbines just because of the wind being so strong. It's unfortunately also really hard.
And I could also use my micro binoculars to see if there's any changes inside the valley. Maybe some people who should not be there.
In any case, Beaver, do you have what you need here to try to see if we can get in?
I'm gonna take out the thermal detonator.
No!
Oh no! Put that thing away. Just try to hack the thing.
Okay,
I'm going
okay.
to... Beaver, I'm going to grab it away from you. I swear to God, if you keep playing it like a snowball.
Snowball thermal detonator. Go ahead, look at his pull, Beaver.
If he
Okay.
activates the thing after he throws it, I'm going to throw him after that bomb.
It's like a baby with a grenade. It's like it's just that. It's literally just that.
Hmm.
Alright, I want you to put in 1 red, Beaver, as well
Beaver,
as
how?
3 black. Sorry, 3 purple.
Let's be weird. How about some some help?
Yeah, some drugs.
And because this thing has been essentially hacked, put in 2 black. And if Anaya does force upon you the same application which he's doing, I'm going to give you a bit of strain. You actually have a lot of strain right now.
I mean, no, he was like he reduced-
Actually, no, he would have used that advantage to get rid of
Yeah.
it, right?
So he's at 0 strain right now. Should be.
Well, this is afterwards.
He-
He's taking 3 strain right now then. So
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Man, he's gonna get... Oh God, he's gonna get addicted.
Alright, Beaver, go ahead and
Want to use a
no.
token?
It's still gonna be 2 yellow, but it's gonna be 3 green. One more green. There we go. Want to fish for a blue somehow?
I mean, this is like, this is too, okay. I mean, this is cutting off the power supply from like a source, so it's much like the
You're trying to get
thing I
entrance,
did.
not cops power supply.
Okay then. Early hacking attempt made me more familiar with the system. Like what Jin said.
Also, Destiny token.
You did fail and got threat, so I'm gonna say no to that one. But you can use a Destiny point if you want to.
Destiny point?
Yeah, if you want to.
I mean,
Yeah,
guys-
Destiny point is like better drugs, like drugs but better.
okay,
Still gets you addicted though.
okay. Here we go.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh my god.
Even
Oh
you,
my
That
Beaver.
is just painful.
Painful.
Beaver,
Why did we
It's
lose so
not-
many light side tokens?
it's not that the security has been locked out, it's that the connection has been severed. There's no control input from the system to this data pad. It's been active sabotaged.
Oh, there's an insider.
That
Oh
explains.
wait, it's wait, hold on. It's not that you've been locked out. It's that you've been cut off.
Somebody's screwing with your system purposely.
Yes,
Yeah.
I wish I knew who. Problem is, I don't know who's causing this. The initial attacks,
Well,
maybe I'll just say it might be them. Maybe they're trying to find a way to, but then they can attack themselves. I don't know. Right now I'm at an impasse.
This does lend credence to the foul play theory if they are deliberately keeping people from going to the place and investigating and trying to fix it.
Look, I
well,
say
at
our
least this
best-
is something I can fix if it's just like if it's just a severed connection.
Well, presumably you can find out it's severed, but I don't think you can do it from here, I'm guessing.
Yep, you gotta go at the console, which is on the generators, the turbines.
So
Oh
our best,
god.
so our best bet is to hope the Rishi has some sort of giant bird thing that we can ride.
Getting
Oh,
James
wait.
Cameron or flashbacks here.
Wait, do you guys have drills?
No.
Brendel?
Yes, I mean for the initial cabling that's been set down, yes.
You don't have underground defense systems, do you?
We don't need underground
Uh,
defense
uh.
systems. The cables travel along the ground.
So if it's, then we can get there if we drill
The-
right underneath.
The generators are in the air.
The repulsor lift generators, yes. So think of so put it this way. This is what I imaged when I was creating this scenario. Think of the giant wind turbines that power like the cities in the world here, but there's no leg, there's no stand. It essentially floats in the air, but it's a larger platform, so you can like essentially land a ship on top of it. That's how big they are.
And what transports the energy to the ground?
Cables. So cables do lead. These are giant, kind of like 3 meter in width cables, so about 9 feet in width cables that travel down to the ground.
Are there emergency ladders on the cables themselves? It would seem like it would potentially be something that could.
You can climb the cables if it wasn't for the wind. I mean, if you go by the cables, yes, the turrets aren't going to target you, but between the wind, if you lose a grip, it's death.
Oh, Paul.
Yes.
You know how to complete a circuit, right? That's the basic knowledge. So, if we unplug the two cables and we, connect them together.
We
What?
can't. That's literally gonna cut off. The whole point of this is to not break the turbines.
Yeah.
And the power
If he didn't care about that, he would just shoot him down. So here's what we're looking at right now. We have climb the cable. Try flying to it.
Or find a giant bird.
Find a giant bird.
I say we need to go back to Larishi.
Obviously, the most secure is going to be flying a ship, which is going to be targeted by stuff. Climbing is its own set of challenges as well as the bird, because again, it's a giant bird, which is not as powerful as a ship.
If we get to the platform, is it just one platform or are there many?
There are 15 turbines. 6 of them have the defense systems. Although, at least the edge-leaning one is the one that has the control platform. If you're able to get to the platform, you could shut off the defense systems. At that point, we could get ships in there to repair what's been going on.
Yeah.
Yes, I say that. That's
If we
our
manage
best
to land on the platform, would they continue to fire, or would they?
No, I think they're only set to attack ships.
So if a
They
ship
wouldn't
lands on the
attack.
platform, they're still going to fire.
So in that case, we need the bird because we don't have a way of like jumping off the ship while it's still in movement with the
no.
wind. So we need the bird.
I mean, your idea could theoretically work. Doing a flyby and dropping off the deck of the ship. I mean, that could technically work.
Yeah, but they could also end up, the pilot
Falling
accidentally getting die.
I mean, that's also
Death.
true. So,
I have a lot of piloting, but probably not the best idea either way.
True.
Our best bet is to go to the Rishi. That's what I think.
Oh, how are the weapons designed? Are they like heat
Basically
guided?
turbo lasers, I think.
they're
Right, but
laser
how do
cannons.
How do they target the enemies?
They automatically.
They were automated to target any unidentified ship that approaches. Right now, they target any ship that approaches.
Again, best bet, you go to the Rishi to see if they have any giant birds or something.
We got 3 obvious choices I put in. There might be other choices you can think of yourselves, but it's up to you to decide which one, which angle you want to pursue.
I think the bird might be our best bet, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
We can inquire about the birds and see if the other Rishis getting smashed was probably it was an accident or something similar. Just try to find out what happened and then maybe attempt it. And if not, we're just gonna look for
We'll have to use our ship. I'm relatively confident in my ability to avoid the fire. It is the dropping people off without them dying. That's the issue. Okay, well, let's go talk to the creature then. So see about the bird. I'll give the the governor the communication number, and I'll say that we'll keep him informed before we try anything.
He nods his thanks. As you're leaving, it looks like he might be wanting to say something to you, Jin, but then he kind of holds back. Yeah, you can see he has a very deep aggression towards the Jedi from the war.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is there something else you want to say, Governor? I mean, Administrator.
Governor.
Governor.
If you're able to solve this problem, we would have a debt to you.
Kiss him.
No.
No, I'm picking him up. I'm just like carrying like a bag of beans or something like that. I'm walking.
Your people are in need. It is our duty to try to protect them. But I wish we were able to do it as well. And I'll walk out.
Okay, so I think the next plan of action is to go back to the dang, Rishi village and see if they know anything or can, help us.
I suppose the question is if they are the ones with the big birds or if they're elsewhere. And our luck, you would be the one to know that, I suppose.
Maybe, probably.
I don't know if his droid function would actually be accommodating to that.
You know where they keep the big birds? Okay.
By the way, Paul.
Yes.
You did say that the two suicide droids, they have grenades inside, not thermal detonators. So
yes.
If they can get close enough to the turrets, they can blow the turrets out without damaging the detonator. No?
We're not blowing up the turrets!
So, me putting it this way, the winds going through the valley are probably around 100 miles an hour. Or, I don't know how kilometers that... I mean, no droid's gonna get through that thing. As I said, you need a ship. Or you need to have one of these big birds that they've been talking about.
Yeah, like speeders themselves weren't powerful enough, and they have more powerful engines than droid.
But high-speed winds and gunfire, and you have to drop people off.
Beavu. The droids, the flying droids, they are gonna get blown away. The winds up there are incredible. The only ways that we're getting up there is by ship or that giant bird thing, because the winds up there are immensely powerful. And if we go by ship, we gotta deal with the guns, because the guns only target the ships, any ships that come around it. But if we get something that's like the giant bird, the guns on the platforms will not target us, because they are not programmed to target like giant birds. Or us. So if we're on the platform with the giant bird, they will not shoot at us.
Okay, out of character, stupid idea, but how about flying kites?
Oh my god.
I will
Oh god.
strangle him.
Dude.
Let's strangle him.
Out of character!
No, you're lost. I'm going to strangle you. Pal, in 8 minutes I need to go, because this week I have something I need to get up very early for. But next week will be fine.
Okay, so I guess that means this is the cutoff point.
Yeah, we would be ending in about 10 minutes anyways, or 7 minutes, so this is the typical time.
Huh.
Okay, then.
So yeah, I will end today's game right here.
Okay. Just the normal 15 XP.
Take 10 today. Not too much happened.
Damn.
No.
Only 10. Only 10 today.
No.
I know.
Well, at least that's enough.